ESPN Plus is now the exclusive provider of UFC pay-per-view events for U.S. fans. And now you can get 1 year subscription of ESPN Plus along with UFC 237 pay-per-view for just $79.99. That's 60% off the annual ESPN Plus subscription. And if you're an existing ESPN Plus subscriber, you can now order UFC 237 pay-per-view for just $59.99. Don't wait, click the link in the description and sign up for ESPN Plus today to avail this great offer.
Bethe.
Can you not brutally KO Anderson? No, I'm going to KO him in as brutal fashion as humanly possible. Hopefully as quickly as possible. That way you ain't got to see him getting, smashed for 15 minutes. But let me turn this back around. Yeah, so you don't have to see him get smashed for 15 minutes. Who is this asking? The King Zarak. Please be nice to Anderson for us. Sorry, Gooklerwig. I cannot be nice. That is not my job to be nice. It's my job to beat the shit out of people. And if he can't control his bowels, then shit will definitely be coming out.
There's 3 fights left on his deal, including this one, and I've been told that he plans on fighting them out. He doesn't want to retire. This isn't going to be his last fight. Unless something horrific happens, it's not going to be his last fight. And it does feel like a lose-lose situation for him because, if you beat him, the layman thinks, of course, you should beat Jared Cannonier. And if you lose, it's like, oh my gosh, you lost to a guy named Jared Cannonier that, no one's ever heard of. And so remember after he fought, and the difference between BJ and him at this point is he isn't getting embarrassed. He isn't getting knocked out. He isn't looking very old, looking very slow. Sure, he's older. Sure, he's a little slower, but I didn't think that he was embarrassed against Israel Adesanya. I thought he had his moments, and in fact, I remember saying afterwards, I felt like his stock went up a little bit in that fight, and he was talking about Nick Diaz and all kinds of big things, and it felt like maybe the Nick Diaz's and the GSPs of the world weren't available, but it felt like he could have, worked his way towards some kind of fun, marquee fight. And then this one came out of nowhere. I was like, what happened to all that talk of, marquee fights and things of that nature? So it really confuses me. And the only motivation at this point that I could think of is he was out for a couple of years, suspension, all that stuff and more. And he just wants to get paid. He wants relatively easy fights at this juncture. And he just wants to collect money, which is not a bad thing. I'm not begrudging him of that. That is essentially the whole point of this. It is to collect as much money as possible. You are prize fighters, but that's really all that there is to gain from this fight, in my opinion.
You had talked at one point about possibly retiring. And what was it that remotivated you to take all of these fights? Because now you're just fighting regularly again.
So, I love my job, I love my sport, and that's me. I love fight, and I try to do my best you can, because God gave me the big present in this world, my life, and everything I have in my life, and I continue fight because I have timing. It's not too long, but I have timing, and I need to absolve this time for fight because it's not forever,
I believe in Volkanovski when nobody else in this room does. You understand? Well, listen. I'm going with Alexander Volkanovski.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know why? Do you know why?
Why?
Because I think he's got nuts, man.
I think you're right.
I think he knows what's
He
on the
does,
line, and I think in the second round, he's gonna find his home, and he's gonna end up taking him out in the second round.
Ask me another.
And I know that's crazy. I know you're saying, man, but listen,
No,
man.
it's not crazy.
I don't know, but listen, he's explosive. He's shown that he can take a shot, and I think he's going to put everything into this. And I think Jose's going to want to put on a show at his home, and he's going to come at him. Second round or third round?
Ask a.
You know what? I'm going to say the second round because he's an explosive dude, and I think he's going to find his mark.
How similar is she to anybody else you've fought before in any context?
I think she's pretty unique, I'd say. I don't think I've ever fought anybody quite like her. I think that there's parts of her that kind of remind me of Pat Barry in a way, just the way that when she fought at 35, she was fighting girls that were, way bigger, but she kind of just always surprised people at, just how explosive and how, regardless of her size, she was able to, be a dangerous opponent no matter what. So in that sense, she kind of reminds me of Pat in a way. But then there's times where, I guess at 115, she's been pretty consistent other than fighting Joanna, but she's kind of got a, she's always going to come and fight hard, but I've seen her. Yeah, I just noticed that there's certain things that she has to do when she gets in there. She has to get close, and yeah.
man